David Njoku signed a 4-year contract extension, average value per season better than $14 million a year. Wasn't that long ago that Njoku had asked to be traded, decided he wants to stay here. Here's his reaction to signing that deal that will keep him around for a while.
It means the world, you know. I guess everything comes full circle, you know. Obviously in the past we've had our differences, and to be able to sign a 4-year deal, you know, here where it all started, just it means everything to me. So I'm very blessed to be here for the next 4 years.
You said your best football's ahead of you, and you know it's been injuries, you know, production maybe that. Do you feel the same that your best football's ahead of you?
Absolutely. I feel like the only way to go is up from here. Just keep stacking good days of hard work, you know, and perseverance.
Quincy Carrier, I know you've addressed this. What are your thoughts on the Njoku contract extension?
This is one of the weirdest reactions to a normal contract extension I've ever seen in the world. Like, it was just like David Njoku got extended. And you look at the contract, like, okay, it's basically a franchise tag plus, right? And the money for the next year is really not even super guaranteed. It's only really $44 million of it guaranteed. And then everybody just went on this, like, hot take about, oh, it's a terrible contract. The Browns are like, it wasn't a long-term deal. And I think this is kind of due to just maybe NFL fans have not caught up to what front offices are doing. Most front offices don't really give out contracts that are more than really 2 years. Like, it might say 4 years or 6 years on that contract, but it's really a 2-year deal, right? Because it's either going to get restructured or there's no guaranteed money, which means they could cut you with no consequence. So that's a 2-year deal in my books, right? If you can get released and it don't cost the team nothing, that you have no contract at that point. If you have no guarantees, you don't have a contract. So these are really 2-year deals that they're giving up. Like John Johnson, somebody who signed a 4-year deal a couple of years ago. Don't be surprised when restructuring comes up this year, right? Or maybe a release comes up for him, right? Like, this is just how the NFL works. Everybody freaked out about the back end of that deal. That back end of that deal is about salary cap dressing, right? They got void years in there. They got everything else in there. That is not to be concerned about. And also, why were people concerned about his cap hit this year? I don't know, because it went down because he's not on the franchise tag, right? It was at $11 or $12 million straight up on the franchise tag because it's non-negotiable, non-restructurable once you sign that tender. Now it's down to $1 million because all of it's in the signing bonus. So David Njoku got what he wanted. He got his money now. He got some security for next year. And if he does get cut, he gets big termination pay from the league, right, from the NFLPA. So he's going to be fine on that front. He has that financial security. If you're the Cleveland Browns, you save some money on the cap. They have $40 million in cap space, and that is with Baker Mayfield's $18 million still counting against him. So when that comes off the books next year, yeah, Deshaun's going to be at $54 million. You'll still have $4 million in cap space after that, and you're going to restructure some things to make sure that you're going to stay under the cap. So they'll be fine on that front. I don't know. Just salary cap stressing is the most pointless thing I think an NFL fan can do, because, like, it's hard enough to understand football, right? And it's right in front of us, transparent for us to see with all 22 film and all this access that we have now. It's even harder to understand the stuff that we don't see at all, which is the front office salary cap negotiation stuff. You know, there's a lot of people who will tell you they know what this is how the salary cap works. Most of those people are just making stuff up or going on Spot Track. Like, the Browns are fine from a cap perspective, even with Baker Mayfield's $18 million eaten up in there. David Njoku's deal, it's not a terrible deal. Honestly, you could be more concerned about Denzel Ward's deal. Not saying that I am, but that would be a more concerning deal. Joe Bitonio's deal at 34 might be a more concerning deal for some people. Even Wyatt Teller's deal, I would categorize as a more concerning deal than David Njoku. All this to say is that there is no concern about this contract coming back to bite the Cleveland Browns. I don't know. I think this is more or less people who cheer against the Browns, like I've seen other division fans, just reaching for something to talk about with the Browns. Oh, they're spending too much money. And, you know, most of that stuff is Bengal fans is bad because we understand the concept of what it is to spend money in free agency, unlike the Bengals. That's all I'm going to say about that. You know what I mean? That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, only 28 of Njoku's 56 plus is guaranteed. So that's the other part.